Far Cry 3 was Game of the Year material when it was released back in 2012. Is it still fun to play today? Well, let's have a look. Far Cry 3 is an open-world, first-person shooter created by Ubisoft. It shares lots of the traditional Ubisoft game mechanics like climbing to a tower to reveal part of the map or having the chance to explore to know more about the story of the island. Speaking about the story, the plot of the game is not the best I've seen. At best, it's solid, but we forgive all its faults when we see that characters are well built and one of the villains is probably one of the all-time greatest in video games. Presumed, you are on vacations on an island with your friends and you are caught by pirates. If you want to know more, well, just play the game. Graphics still old even from today's standards, but I've experienced a lot of frame drops after an Nvidia update. Later partially solved, but I still suffer from unexpected frame drops when driving vehicles. The world is not as beautiful as in Ghost Recon Wildlands, but it's still very enjoyable to watch. Sound effects are well set together, but the NPCs have just a little amount of voice lines, so we spend most game listening to the same ones. The music is atmospheric and it always sets a good mood for gunfights. Despite that, it changes when every NPC is dead, so we know when we can stop paying attention. Most of the game fights are satisfying, guns are properly balanced and they all feel different and fun to play. We have to loot corpses and boxes to gather money to buy and upgrade weapons, but after a while they all become free at shops, so all money is only important until a certain part of the game. After that, it just becomes useless. Most times you can approach a mission from more than one angle, and that's very rewarding. Sometimes a mission has a small difficulty spike, nothing to worry about, but you end up going by trial and error, and eventually you will end up doing the mission just with brute force. There's tons to explore in the island, and also a lot to search and find. Interestingly enough, the map is not packed full with repetitive missions that we have to do in order to develop our skills. I've mostly just done the main story and some side quests, and I still progressed at good pace. It took me about 20 hours to finish the story, and I think that a completionist can take another 30 or more from the game. So, balance between story and repetitive side quests seems to me spot on, way better than actual games. Now it's not common to say this, but thumbs up, Ubisoft. I have 3 major problems with this game. Its peak, it's not the ending, but the killing of the first villain. The best moments of the game are in quick time events, and that ruins the fun of the moment. And both endings of the game are not very inspired. There's still some funny bugs, but none of those ruin the experience, they are just fun. But multiplayer is still active, even more than Lawbreakers, but it's not very interesting. It's good enough to spend some time. So, do I recommend the game? Of course, it's a great game that worth the current full price. But it's so easy to find it in the sale that I recommend you that you wait a bit for one of those. See you next time, guys. Bye!